So today we're doing a movie review of, well, let's see, Shark Tales Part 2. Okay, so, where we left off, well, Oscar's just being tortured by the two jellyfish, I guess. And then there's these sharks who are trying to, find food, I guess, because I guess Lenny has to prove, to his father he can eat, fish. But it doesn't really work out, and then his brother just ends up dying, right in front of him. And then these two jellyfish think Oscar did it. But it's all a lie. And then they're and then he becomes famous, and then, the shark, Lino, Tom, whatever, decides to just, do something about it. Then he becomes a shark slayer, then he thinks he gets everything he wants, but then things can end up downhill. Then someone tells him there's this shark at the reef, so he has to go take care of it, I guess. Then he goes swims down, but then things kind of don't end up going according to plan. So, but then Lenny ends up finding out, well, he's a fake. So he has to, so he uses Lenny, or he takes him home, or to, the whale wash. Then, Angie finds out eventually. Then they end up partying like crazy. Having fun. And then Lola comes along. And then they kind of just playing around a little bit. And then Angie finds out, and then, they have to con everyone. Scam everyone, So, pretty much Lenny pretends to be Shark Slade. So that way their father doesn't find out. Then, Lenny just ends up being his butt kicked, and then, And then, I think they end up, taking... And then Oscar realizes, he was a nobody at the top. And then he tries to break things off with Lola. But it doesn't really work out because, the chick is crazy. So, then she has to, get some revenge. So, then Angie gets kidnapped, and then Oscar is, looking for her. Then Lino was, telling him, where to go. So they go over there, then they have a sit down, to talk about it. And then Oscar uses his charm, I guess, to, trick them. But then he turns out, then he has to, try to figure out a way to stop him. And he does, thankfully. But then he tells everyone the truth. Turns out he wasn't a shark slayer. And then he tells the truth, and, thankfully everything worked out. Everything worked out in the end, and all was forgiven. And then we go to, this. And then we go to the end of the movie, where he's the boss. Then he ends up dancing, and then kind of just goofing off. Then they do this, little dance thing. Oh yeah, then Lola comes back to Oscar, but Oscar's not there. It's just the crazy crab guy. So, I think I give this one, maybe a 2. It's okay for its time, but it's a little outdated, not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. Especially like the songs are a little bleh, outdated. I think, not gonna lie. The animation looks terrible, like, literally. It just looks like somebody, like, didn't even bother trying. And then, yeah, just, so yeah.